Is it being cranked? There we go. And we're up. Hello, everybody. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Saturday, day 902 in the Daily Antidote. So happy to see all of you here today. Love and hugs to everybody. I want to say hi to everybody out there on Facebook Live. Thank you for joining us. Everybody, please help me say hi. Hi, Facebook. Glad you're here. And highs, of course, to everybody in the room. I want to thank Aaron Geyer in the room from Brooklyn today, running our tech. Thank you, Aaron. Norma Jean, Norma Jean Haynes, who's in our song leader for the day, in the room from Northampton, Mass. Let's give her a hello. Hello also to Cricket in Maryland, Jenny in Suffolk, UK. Hello to Annette in California, Christiana with her 902 sign. Thank you, Christiana, coming in from Rockville, Maryland. Luda in Victoria, BC. Lovely to see you today. Bonnie in Idaho, glad to see you. And Susan in Seattle, glad you're here. Hi, Caroline in DC. Hi, Kevin in DC. You guys are next to each other, and there's your flute. Oh, good. Hi, Deborah in Kentucky. Susan in Ohio, hello. Kate in Charlottesville. Dan in Vienna, Virginia. That's a lot of syllables and V's. Hello to Dawn and maybe another curly top. You just never know. Hi to Deli in Maryland. Another curly top over there with Nary a something. Nary a Dawn. That's awesome. Hello, curly tops on the other screen. I see Alice May and Willard. Ruth in Birmingham, UK. Hello, glad to see you. And Renata coming in from Wisconsin. Glad you're here today. Harriet in Illinois. Hello, glad you're here today. And Kathy in Virginia. It's nice to see your smile. Anne in Maryland. Hello. Linda in Orcas Island. Glad you're here today. Let's see who's on screen too. Gotta find my place. And Becky in Vancouver. Hello, nice to see you. And Carolyn in Boise, Idaho with another 902 sign. That one's a little less fancy than usual. I don't know. I'm looking to fancy that one up. All right, Aloysius in Western Mass. Nice to see you. Carolyn in Connecticut. Glad to see you. The maker of the incredible archive spreadsheet. There's another Harriet and Kate in Charlottesville. Martha in Oregon. Glad you're here. Gary in Massachusetts. Lynn in Connecticut. Shelley, Nancy in Washington State. Paul, who may or may not be new today. Nice to see you today, Paul. And let's all take a deep breath. So we'll throw today's song out to everybody in Puerto Rico waiting for the power still to go on. But I will say I heard from our very own Diane in Puerto Rico who said she is fine and just trying to be patient, waiting for the power to come back on again. So that was all very good news. We were really happy to hear that. And hugs, of course, also to Kevin, who's healing, and to Hoda, who's healing. We love you guys, and I hope you're watching us out there. Okay, let's go directly to our amazing song leader. Everybody knows we're in the middle of New Friends Month. So it's September. We've been singing with a different person every single day this month, which has been different, meaning new to our room. And we're super excited that today's artist, Norma Jean Haynes, is not only new to our room, but she is also a little bit new to the Zoom singing and teaching. I think we determined maybe this is her second or third time. We have had one new song leader who came in who'd actually never done it since the pandemic started. So we're super excited to see you. Can you open up and say hello to everybody?
Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for having me today. I'm completely thrilled to be here. I see a couple of familiar faces and a lot of new ones. Yeah, I'm just so excited.
Thank you so much. So Norma came to us via recommendation of Brendan Taff, who actually has sent us several of the new song leaders that we've had this month, and it's been so much fun. And he sure does have fabulous taste. So we're super excited to sing with you, Norma. Do you feel like telling everybody what song you've picked and teaching us your song?
Absolutely. So this song that I decided to teach today is a round that I wrote that it's called Green Seed, Brown Soil. And it's a song for me that is about any time in your life when you feel like you don't really know where you're going and you're a little bit maybe afraid or anxious, and it's a reminder just to sort of lean into the world around you and just kind of let life happen, let yourself be supported. So I'm going to sing it for you once to start, and then I'll line it out and I'll play you a recording and we can sing it all together. So the song goes like this. Green seed in the ground, singing, must I know, must grow. So the lyrics are dropped in the chat. Green seed. And a friend of mine, Elise Witt, created some American Sign Language. Thank you. Some American Sign Language movements to go with this song. So I'm going to do them, and when we learn it together, we can practice them as well. Green seed in the ground, singing, must I know, must I know? Brown soil all around, you must grow. So,
hey Norma, the sign language is awesome. Will you do it again and come up just a tiny bit higher with your hands because it's getting blocked by your knee?
yeah, I'm going to move the camera a little to make it easy.
Great. Perfect.
The whole upper body. So it goes like this. Green seed in the ground, singing, must I know, must I know? Brown soil all around, you must grow. All right. I'm so excited. I wish I could hear you. So, let me sing it line by line, and I'll repeat the line with you a second time. So the first line, green seed in the ground, green seed in the ground, singing. So this is American Sign Language for music or singing. Singing, must I know? Singing, must I know? Must I know? Must I know? So that you hold for 3 beats. Must I know? 2, 3. I'll sing that whole first phrase, and we can sing it back together. Green seed in the ground, singing, must I know, must I know? Green seed in the ground, singing, must I know, must I know? How's that feeling so far? Okay? Metza, metza? Do you think we should do that much one more time or move on to the next part? Joe, what do you think?
I think we got it, or we'll get it anyway while we're singing along.
All right, I love it. So we'll do the next part. Brown soil all around, brown soil all around, you must grow, you must grow. So that second part, brown soil all around, you must grow. Brown soil all around, you must grow. All right, we'll try the whole thing. Twice, maybe. Green seed in the ground, singing, must I know, must I know? Brown soil all around, you must grow. Green seed in the ground, singing, must I know, must I know? Brown soil all around, you must grow. And when you sing it in a round, the next voice comes in before singing. So, green seed in the ground, green seed in the ground. So, it comes in on the fourth beat, if you're kind of counting with the numbers. So maybe now I can introduce the recording. Shall we listen through it first and then try singing with it, or just go ahead and sing it? It's about 2 minutes long.
I think everybody's going to sing along with it already, whether you want them to or not. So I think
I like this group. All right. So in that case, I think we should just go ahead and play it and try singing with it. If you want, you'll see it goes through in unison 2 times. And then in the 3rd time, there is another voice, and the 4th time, there are 2 other voices. I'm going to put myself on mute while it's playing, but I will mouth out the first voice, and then when the second voice comes in, I'll move to the second voice. So, here we go. This is Carolyn in DC says the second. Must I know is a kind of yodel? Yes, it is a kind of yodel. I studied a lot of Appalachian music, and I play the banjo, so it's a style that I really love. Okay, here we go. This is my mentor's community chorus, the Spirit of the Hills chorus, that sang this recording.
Green seed in the ground, singing, must I know, brown soil all around, you must grow. Green seed in the ground, singing, must I know, brown soil all around, you must grow. Green seed in the ground, singing, must I know, brown soil all around, you must grow. Green seed in the ground, singing, must I know, brown soil all around, green seed in the ground, singing, must I know, brown soil all around, you must grow, 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 you must grow.
woo. Okay, that is so much fun. Super.
It's so beautiful to see all of you doing the sign language movements.
It's so amazing, isn't it? And it was also fun when you could see the people are picking up on the other, on the second part of the round. So people's sign language movements were, not opposing, but like, in different sections than each other, and that was
That's
kind of fun.
right. I have a link that I would like to drop in the chat for everyone, which is my friend Elise Witt, who has sings with the Daily Antidote of Song before. She was the one who created the sign language for this song, and she has a really wonderful video of her teaching this song with a friend of hers in Atlanta, Georgia. Oh, it makes me so glad to hear that this song is making its way to DC and to British Columbia. But this is a video of Elise leading the song, which you can have if you would like to practice it later or teach it to people that you love.
Thank you so much, Norma Jean. I love it. So who's the friend that Elise is doing it with? It might be somebody we know.
Lisette Rhodes.
Yep, she's also sung in here. That's awesome. So
Fantastic.
Elise is actually a super regular song leader and host in this room. She actually takes my role a bunch, which is off. She's so great at it. So that's really fun to know you're connected to her as well as to
She
Brendan.
was actually
And
just here.
she was?
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
I know that actually because she and I actually tried to find each other, and I was on one side of a street and she was on the other side, and we never found each other, and we've never met in person. So how crazy is
oh.
that? I was at the Brattleboro Co-op. She was across the street at the puppet show. You know, ooh. So now we're having to figure something else out.
Hmm.
I'm also not this weekend at Arnae and Maggie's magical singing workshop in North Carolina, all set to go, got online, no rooms left. So here I sit in this house. That's also great because now I'm singing with Norma Jean, even if I'm not singing with Arnae and Maggie. So we got to get on the stick here, folks, and figure out more and more ways to get together. So Norma Jean, let's chat about all your amazing work, please. There's so much you do in the world. I was so impressed by your bio. Can we start with your book?
Yes, absolutely. So, in 2019, I had the pleasure and the privilege of working on a new edition of a book that was published 20 years ago by John Langstaff and Anne Sarah Wiseman, on creative music making for children. So, really, how do we explore music from the basis of sound, using building blocks of sound instead of jumping straight into sheet music, notation, like those can be part of it, but maybe don't have to be the first part. So I bought a copy of my book to show you. Um, it is chock full of colorful pictures. It starts with the body. How do we make music with our body and with our voices? And then jumps into different games you can play with clocks and things like that. And then more body music. Then how do we make music with the materials that are all around us as well as with nature? And then eventually it goes into more buildable instruments, things that you can make out of materials, things you can make eventually out of wood. And finally, there's a section on conducting and composing music at the back of the book. It's a very fun resource. You can order it through the Story Publishing website, or also there are copies available on my Bandcamp that I can sign and send to you directly.
That's so great. Thank you, Norma Jean. So I noticed that you wrote that book with Jack Langstaff, or so that's amazing. Can you tell us about that? Because there's a lot of folks in this room, myself included, Aaron included, who have really deep connections to Rebels organizations. I worked with Washington Rebels for 10 years. Aaron is on the Rebels board. So tell us about your connection.
Well, it's really interesting. Jack Langstaff had already passed away when I was asked to work on this book, and I never got to meet him in person. Though I'm connected to a lot of people who have been involved in Rebels, and working on this book gave me an opportunity to sort of dive into his legacy, and to learn about all the lives that he's touched through Rebels, and just to really get to carry on the work and his way of thinking about music education. It was a very meaningful experience for me. I'm sorry that I never got to meet him in person.
So that's amazing because I think actually our conversation right here really speaks testament to the fact that he's touched so many lives, because I'm a late comer to Rebels, not till I was in my 40s, and I never met him, and you're young and never met him, and yet we're sitting in a room not only talking about him, but talking about the music that we share because of him, and I think that's just so fabulous. So here's to Jack Langstaff, or John Langstaff. Both names work, and we're really glad that you brought his presence into our room today. Thank you so much. So let's see. I saw also that you are an educator, and you and I talked just briefly about the idea of musicals. What can you tell us about all of that?
Well, I've had many fabulous experiences in Western Massachusetts. Well, a big part of what I do in my education work at this point is songwriting with kids, helping young people to articulate their ideas through song. And I've worked for a few years at the Hilltown Charter School in East Hampton, Massachusetts, in their classrooms and after-school programs writing original musicals with kids. So the kids will choose a folk tale from somewhere in the world, often related to something they're studying in one of their classes. And then they will divide it sort of into songs and will write original songs. And then we work with a director who helps them formulate those songs into a play, and they put on a play with an original text and all original songs. We've made 3 or 4 of them now. And that I love working in the theater. I love working with music, and it's just a delight. These songs that the kids create by themselves. I mean, as an educator, your job is just sort of to hold them and to structure them. But these original ideas are really exciting.
That is so amazing. All right. One of the ways I always know when we've found someone who exactly is the perfect fit for the Daily Antidote is because I have 15 things on my list I wanted to talk to her about, and it's already 12:25 when we're generally starting to sing the song again. So I'm going to skip 7 of my topics, and we're going to just go quickly to, can you tell me about tell us please about the Mothers and Daughters CD? In particular, I was really fascinated about the relationship between the title, Mothers and Daughters, and sort of your life and sort of the music that you've chosen. So whatever you have to tell us.
Yes. Well, I will say that I really came to music through both Village Harmony. I know some of you are engaged with that organization, and also through my study of banjo music, both of which are philosophies for thinking about music that really engage the idea of tradition and passing down tradition and also evolving tradition. And so my first album of original songs is called Mothers and Daughters. And for me, part of what that title represents is the importance of inheritance and tradition, but also kind of evolution. The way that we take what we've been given and tailor it to the needs of the world that we live in now. And also as an educator, as a musician, the sort of idea of intergenerational transmission is really important to me. I perform regularly with a lot of the people who have been my teachers, including Sarah Purtle, for those of you who know her, and her song, My Roots Go Down to the Earth, gets sung a lot. And my music teacher from elementary school, Penny Schultz, and I sing together regularly as well. And my album was produced by my father, not my mother, but that's a notable thing as well. We perform regularly together.
Oh, that's completely beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. People can find the info for your album on your website.
That's right.
Great.
On
Okay,
one of the websites that's there.
Awesome. All of the links to find more about Norma Jean Haynes are in the chat right now. There's lots to find. So between now and we get her back in the room, if you want to learn more about her or figure out what 15 questions I had, you can go to her website and find out lots more information. Or I guess there was a Bandcamp site and there was a bio for you on LinkedIn.
Yeah, website's still a work in progress.
Work in progress. Facebook page or no?
I do have a Facebook page. I think I sent the link for that as well.
Perfect. All right. So I'm going to ask if we can please sing the song again. Everybody ready with your hands and your motions and your everything? And Norma, actually, just really quickly, do you have anything coming up, like any live anything or any project that you're about to release you want to let us know about?
Well, I do. I'm playing a song. I'm playing a concert in Cummington, Massachusetts next Saturday. It's kind of out there, but to benefit it's a 10th anniversary celebration of the Old Creamery Co-op, if any of you know, in Cummington, Massachusetts, and I will have more shows, but it's best to look on the social media. I have an album in the works, but I'm a full-time student right now, so it probably won't come out until next year.
So, all right, you just heard one of the questions, the full-time student thing, but we're going to move on and we're going to sing, and we can't wait to have you back, Norma Jean. Go ahead.
Thank you all for having me.
Green seed in the ground, singing, must I know, must I know? Brown
for Norma Jean Haynes. I seriously could have sung that for about 17 more rounds. So thank you so much for bringing that to us. And definitely go back and listen to today's again to sing along again, or to the video with Elise in it to sing along again. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. Can we give it up one more time for Norma Jean Haynes? Thank you, Norma Jean.
Thank you for having me. It's really exciting, and I hope to meet you all in person someday.
Yahoo! Yeah, well, so hang on to your Covington concert. Maybe we'll all show up. You never know. All right. Lots of love to everybody. Thank you again, Norma Jean. Lots of love to everybody out there on Facebook Live. Let's wave goodbye to Facebook. Goodbye, Facebook. There's a little Kathy B for you. And thanks again to everybody in the room for being here today.